Junior was made on Windows 10 desktop and his price is very on that Windows 11 laptop may experience an issue. Alright, so we should not have any problem with that because we are on the Windows 11. Alright, let's see. Should your monitor size is smaller than if okay. Tak ada suara. Yes. No, I use click stream function 5 add on the third portion of this game. 5 is very finicky software that have many issues with the recording. The game to run into recording issue when you record using game capture with OBS or any other recording software. Recording your screen or window tends to work. I understand. Alright, before that, shoot. I think we don't have any problem with that. Okay, tak apa. Aku ada issue. Warning for the game's content flashlight and loss and upscale. This may result in evident seizure when exposed. If you experience any of the following symptoms while playing: dizziness, ultra vision, twitching, or disorientation. Exit the game immediately. The following game also contains sensitivity imagery, sense of requested violence score. This imagery may offend some people. Description is strongly advised. Shoot, I think we should not play this game on the night. Alright guys, welcome to Junior and welcome back to RPG. So game ni adalah fan made based on family friendly, which aku sendiri pun nak main game ni. Hopefully it's new or experience before that. So should not have any problem. Alright guys, kalau korang punya internet slow ataupun video slowing, please inform biar aku boleh check balik. So far there's no problem. I think so. Alright. Okay. Before we begin, jump straight to it. Get over the basic. That's his question. Finding host pose. Check the security camera. Look for flickering light or handprint on the camera lens. Okay, so the woman dia nak kena check dekat kita punya security camera, which check for flickering. Kalau lampu tu ada macam kedip-kedip, and handprint on camera lens. Mark the poses character on the laptop. Alright, let's try it. Every time you correctly press the haunted the ghost will on again, take over any animatronic suits. Wait, I don't understand. Every time you correctly press the key, kita dah teka dengan correct, animatronic pada laptop, the ghost will on again, take over an animatronic suit. Watch closely for clues like flickering light, camera outage, handprint upon leaving, and more to track down the haunted animatronic. Alright. I don't understand. Flickering light. From time to time. Call the animatronic to the convoy belt for repair. Make sure they're not harmed. Keeping the robot safe. Shoot, we're gonna get a jump scare. Yep. Please continue. Oh. Am I dead? My body. This place. It feels so weird. I seem to be fine, but I feel empty. I feel as if I am being stuck. But this feeling is new to me. Can anyone hear me? I mean, no. Crunch. Scratch. What was that? Who is out there? I'm not looking for trouble. I just need to get out of here. Same. Kita semua nak berlari pergi tempat tu. Please. Oh. I never seen anything like you before. We're gonna get jump scare. Just prepare. Aku dah lama tak kena jump scare sebenarnya. Main game Outlast pun tak ada jump scare. So far just yeah, we did. Oh, with the fish. Oh my god, we lag. Oh, we got it. What the oh, that's fast. Right, okay. Not bad. Freddy. Aku dah lama tak main Fnaf punya game, so aku dah tengok macam karakter dia. Oh, Snow Run Expo. What is Expo? No pool? Oh, no pool. The fish boat. Okay. Okay. That is, oh my god. Kau nampak tak? Ada otak atas tu. So, kita ada Moni, Chica and Freddy. Who is this? Golly, I wasn't expecting you to show up. I am Paul Bear. Oh. Okay. Can we sleep now? What are you supposed to do? What is that? Okay. Let's see. Go straight to the cave. Nope. Stay. Okay, great. Now we stop. Oh, tekan E, okay. Oh, you're in the barrens, a limbo between life and death. Say what? Alright. Shh, slow down there, little buddy. I said limbo between life and death. You are dead at all. Are you dead? Okay. It means you go back and what? It means you go back to the real world wherever you want. Seriously? Yeah, not so fast. I brought you here to help me with some unfinished business I have in the real world. Unfortunately, I'm not alive like you. I've been trapped in here for as long as I can remember. I've been waiting to cross paths with someone like you. Someone that could help me move on to the afterlife. Seriously? I even made an offer to help me with my unfinished business. I lend a helping hand with your investigation. I know Junior like the back of my hand. Over there to bed, I transferred back to the river. We meet back here tomorrow night. Seriously, dude. I believe you. Oh shoot. Okay. say if I die, still no checkpoint. Never mind, we're gonna go through it. So jadi kita aku rasa kita kena gerakkan mouse ke bawah kot. Shoot di situ. Oh, it's so lag after dia buka benda ni. Okay, we know the flow. Okay, let's go. Not panic, relax. We're gonna get I have no single idea how to play this game. Sekejap, kita we need the how to play Junior.
So their new Fnaf fan game Junior's released recently, and it is so good. But the tutorial is it's a bit lacking, to say the least.
Yeah.
There's quite a few like main details that aren't really explained too well, and some stuff is hard to figure out on your own. So I've made this tutorial video to try and help people out, because I definitely had a lot of issues trying to learn how things worked in the game, because a lot of things are pretty poorly explained. So maybe in the new patch that's coming out soon it gets explained better, but that isn't out yet. It's still 1.0 for me, so we're going off of that. So the way the game works is that you have to, from night 1 to 5, there are 6 animatronics, and you have to determine which one is haunted, and then the ghost will move from that haunted animatronic to a new haunted animatronic. You need to determine it again. Each night has a set amount of tasks, aka haunted animatronics you have to find, and once you complete all of those, the night ends. During the night, each animatronic's stability will gradually get lower, and if you guess an animatronic and it's not haunted, then their stability will greatly decrease. So, in the later nights, it's important that you juggle each animatronic, having to repair them as soon as you know that they're safe. From nights 1 to 5, there are 6 animatronics that can become haunted. These are the only animatronics you have to worry about from the first 5 nights, and they're all active on night 1. Maybe not Balloon Boy, but yeah. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy all act the exact same. They will go into a camera and they will do a little evidence if they're haunted, and that's pretty much it. For the puppet, they are completely invisible. There is a speaker icon on the camera switcher in the bottom right when you're looking at the cameras, and when you click that, it'll make a little staticky noise. But if the puppet's in the room, it'll play this noise. So that's how you know the puppet is in the room. It's important to know where the puppet is for certain evidences. So, like, if a handprint appears on the screen and the music stops just as the handprint appears, that was the puppet. The puppet is the haunted one, you know, sort of thing. So it's important to, you know, make sure you know where the puppet is. Balloon Boy, aka Freebie BB, is the easiest one to get evidence for. He will not appear in any cameras. He does not have any weird audio. Instead, in the stability screen, his stability will glitch out, and that's how you know he's haunted. That's it. That's the whole Balloon Boy mechanic. Just look at the stability screen and then vote him. You don't even have to look at the cameras. It's so easy. So, what are the evidences? Well, there are 4, and they add more each night, but by night 3, it's already all 4 evidences. So, night 3, 4, and 5 are basically the same with more tasks. These evidences are, well, they can be really difficult to spot, so I'm going to go from the easiest to spot to the hardest to spot. The easiest to spot starts on night 3, and it is the camera moving on its own. When the haunted animatronic is in the camera view, the camera will just on its own. It'll just and it'll just move on its own, without you even doing anything. So if the animatronic is alone when this happens, make sure to check the puppet just in case, and the camera just goes and it moves, then that animatronic is haunted. So you just keep checking animatronics until one's alone and the thing happens. So yeah, that's probably the easiest, I'd say. The second easiest evidence is the connection lost screen. Now, this one can be easy, but, you know. So, it's important to keep in mind, when you call an animatronic during downtime, that animatronic cannot be haunted. So, just keep that in mind for this one, because the connection lost screen, how it works is that the animatronic will always be connection lost. Whatever camera they go into will be connection lost. So you have to use process of elimination to see who it is. You have to check every other camera, and just check until there's only one person left it could possibly be. It can't be Balloon Boy. It could be the puppet. If the music is always in the connection lost screen, it could be the puppet. But it can't be Balloon Boy, and it can't be, if you call someone during downtime, it can't be them. Downtime is the space between the ghost haunting animatronics, by the way. So to figure out who the connection lost evidence animatronic is, just check who isn't in those cameras and until there's only one person left. And then that's your haunted animatronic. The last 2 evidences are really, really annoying. I say I'm going for hardest to easiest, so this one starts on night 2, and it is handprints. So the animatronic will, when they leave the camera, that's important to remember, when they leave the camera, they will put a handprint somewhere near the top of the monitor in that room, just like on the camera. So you want to make sure you remember who is in what cameras, and when they leave, they will leave it behind. So, you know, you can, like, remember, okay, Foxy's in the art room, and then if you, like, switch to a camera and switch back, and there's a handprint there and Foxy's gone, it might be Foxy's the haunted animatronic. The handprints can appear while you're watching the camera, so it's like, if you're, like, looking at the camera and Foxy's in the art room, and then Foxy leaves and the handprint appears, that's Foxy. Make sure you're also listening for music, as the puppet can also leave handprints, despite not being visible on the cameras. The puppet can do everything else the other ones can, just isn't visible. The final evidence sucks. It is the worst. In the tutorial, it explains it, and this one starts on night 1 as well. But in the tutorial, it explains it by showing the 3 claymation figures, and then Bonnie is, like, violently flickering and shaking, you know. That's how you know which one it is. But in the actual game, the flickering evidence is pretty much impossible to spot. The flickering is just slightly more than usual. So you really have to get pretty adjusted to how the cameras normally look. I recommend, if you think maybe this one's flickering more than usual, you compare it to another camera to see if it really is. So if an animatronic is in the camera, probably best to check if they're alone first, because that's really, could be two, could be either one. But you check if the animatronic is alone and it's flickering more than usual, then that animatronic is haunted. It's similar to the camera moving one, except instead of the camera moving, it's flickering. The way this evidence works for the puppet is that the lights will just be flickering, and the music will be in that room, but no one else will be there. That's how you know the puppet is the one. I find it pretty annoying that the puppet can still do the flickering despite not being visible on any camera, but that's just how it is, I guess. So, how do we know which evidence is active? Because there can only be one active at each time. To my knowledge, it might be different actually. But I've always found that only one of them was active. So how do you know which evidence the ghost is going to do? Well, it's pretty simple actually. You go through each camera, and you check for some of the telltale signs. If one of the cameras is connection lost, after the ghost has haunted one of the animatronics, then it's the connection lost one. If you're going through the cameras, go slowly by the way, don't go too fast, and the camera just seems to move on its own, then it's the moving one. If you go through the cameras and near the top of the screen you start seeing handprints, it's a handprint one. If you don't see any of that, it's probably the flickering one. Or it's Balloon Boy. Make sure you always check Balloon Boy's stability before you go and check for other evidence. The last thing I'm going to talk about for night 1 to 5 is how to manage your stability, and also how to make your life a whole lot easier. This is just a tip from me. This isn't really, needed to do, but this is a big tip from me. Whenever you get downtime, which is the space between animatronics being haunted, you should always call someone. If you call an animatronic during the downtime section, then that animatronic cannot be haunted the next time animatronic calls. Well, the next time the ghost calls to haunt an animatronic. What I love to do is the first one I call during my first downtime is the puppet, because that makes your life so much easier, because the puppet is invisible and you have to listen for them. So not having to listen for them makes it so much nicer. And once you're done repairing the animatronic and you send them back, as long as there hasn't been another downtime in that period, the animatronic is still safe, because the ghost is already in another animatronic, which is great. Also, if you're sure the animatronic is safe, if you know it's handprints, and you just saw Chica leave a camera and didn't leave a handprint behind, then you can, call Chica if you need to repair them. That's how you can manage your stability. Balloon Boy can be called at any time, because, as long as you know his stability is not glitching out, he's probably safe. But I like to leave him for last, because having him being haunted is an easy freebie BB.
Alright, okay, good. So, should get back to the game. I'm starting to understand, but not at all. Still, we need to get to the jump scare. I hate jump scare, but yeah, it's for you guys. Shit, I hate that flashing thing. Okay, let's go. Oof, seriously, I hate it. Let's start here. Okay. meters.